Now let's get to another segment of the Rogue Republic, and this is going to be more local news. So I was on the phone today with a candidate who is running and going door to door from in Siloam Springs and in Prairie Grove and in Lincoln and Farmington. And she has an impeccable record. She has worked hard for her district. She's running for Senate, and her district kind of got gerrymandered around because I guess she didn't play the game. This woman's name is Gayla McKenzie. Bobby and I are going to wholeheartedly endorse her. We got a call from someone the other day, also looked at Conduit for Action's legislative hero and campaign hero. She kept her word. She did everything she said she was going to do. She's a platform hero. Not only did she vote the right way and fight behind the scenes the right way, but here's something that's really impeccable about her. I talked with her on the phone, and I know because I have went through this myself when I ran for office, is that my opponents would get big campaign contributions because I didn't do the bidding of the lobbyists. You don't realize how vast the special interests are at the Capitol. The money that's spent there for them to take us out to eat, to get us to vote the right way, they will do just about anything and give campaign contributions to you and promise you those if you'll play ball, so to speak. And guys, this I can attest to this for a fact. It happens. The people that always came against me were the Chamber of Commerce, and it's all about control. Anytime you have a Chamber of Commerce backing a candidate, unless you know that Chamber of Commerce is conservative, which most of the time I've been around, they are not. They are not for the common folk or the people that are the hardworking people. They're more for the elites, the people that always request special favors. Boards of Walmart, Tyson, they all give thousands upon thousands, if not millions of dollars to different candidates. And a lot of their interests are even overseas just to put that person in office. So anytime you see someone that has a lot of money, or excuse me, a lot of big corporations giving them a lot of money, you need to do your research and go to the Secretary of State's website of Arkansas or at the federal level as well and look up campaign contributions and their reports. And it's very obvious to see who gave whom money, especially if they've been down there for a while. And the person that's getting the most corporate money, that's the candidate you do not want to back, because they're not going down there for your special interest, or they're not going down there to represent you. They're going down there to represent the special interest. And it's a fact. I mean, if you had a business, would you be giving campaign contributions? Now, I'd like to think most of us are more magnanimous than that, and that we would be giving to it just like I know Conduit for Action does. They say, look, we just want you to go down and do what you said you would do. That's all we ask of you. We want you to look hard and try to do the right thing for everybody overall, for everybody that you represent in your district or in the state or in this nation. That's all we ask. And that's what they should do. And so, but unfortunately, most business owners and most every one of us think, what's in it for me? Well, like right now, the thing that's going to get everybody killed in this next election is the gas prices. I have spent over $1,000 in gas in the last 12 days. $1,000. I'm spending over 3 times what I spent just 17 months ago. But that should be not just about us personally. That should be about what's right and wrong and how it could have been better. And yeah, there's okay to a point to where we vote for people taking money out of our pockets. It's really theft. All right. And we're going to go into another episode where we analyze what one of Biden's staffers said. Very infuriating. So, folks, Gayla McKenzie's had a very hard race. She's had an uphill battle. I know this woman. I know her family. I know some of the struggles that they've had. I know about her brother. He used to serve with Jim a little bit, how he's went off the rails and went liberal. Her dad, Kim, I personally know, is a fine, fine man. But in this race coming up, Tyler Dees has the corporate money, and he continues to say he's a Christian very, very loud. But all the people that are backing him, Archie Schaefer, Rhett Hatcher, Common Ground, Tyson, Walmart, Simmons, some elite professors from John Brown, all of those people that are backing him with their money and their pocketbooks are all about the elites having more control. And I call them elites because I don't know of anything else to call them. Because the ones that I've dealt with at the Chamber of Commerce and the corporations that I've talked about, it's really not about Republican or Democrat. It's about controlling who's in that position so they get done what they want to get done. And you may think, well, that's the way of the world. Well, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It should be about protecting our freedoms. And that's why I love and am supporting Gayla McKenzie. And I hope all my friends and relatives in that area will go out and vote for her, support her. We have a special runoff election coming up on June 21st, this coming Tuesday, right after Father's Day. It's imperative that you get out and support Gayla McKenzie. And I hope you call your friends, your neighbors, your church members, your family members, and rally them up and network. Let's get more votes for Gayla out in the runoff than she got in the primary. It is still possible if we network. And that's how we won our races, with the grassroots, just calling other people. It only takes an hour or so to call some of your family and friends and tell them why you need to vote for Gayla. Her voting record, she was named Legislator of the Year last year by Conduit for Action. Now, I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that's a little discouraging. Some people know who the mailers are that are being sent out about them, and if they have their campaign say something about them, and other people don't. For instance, I came out against illegal immigration in 2005 when our Republican governor wanted to give scholarships to people that are here illegally. And I talked to the governor and I said, Governor, your son works really hard and he gets a scholarship. And a person that's here illegally works hard and they get a scholarship because of your bill that's passed, if it passes. And this war escalates to the point of a draft. I said, who gets drafted? He kind of sat back and I said, a person that is not a citizen of this country never has the responsibility of being possibly called upon to give his life for this country. He doesn't have that responsibility, but a citizen always does. With citizenship comes great responsibility. And we should never give scholarships to people that don't have a loyalty to this country. And I said, I question the constitutionality of scholarships on taxpayer funds. But I said, Governor, if we do that, shouldn't we give that to the National Guardsmen from this state that have died and their kids don't have a father anymore? I said, I'm a veteran and I'm not going to let you do this. We're going to take this to the mat. And we got on the radio stations and we killed that bill. During that whole time, it was reported many, many times in the opinion section and the front page of the paper and all over this nation that I was a racist. I was called a demagogue. I was called a race baiter from my own Republican governor. And I was said I didn't even drink the same Jesus juice that he drank. And this was in 2005. I was known as the most tarred and feathered. It was reported by an opinion writer and some others that I was the most tarred and feathered politician in Arkansas's history because of some of my stands. And they were right then and they're right today. And at that time, the Republicans bought in, many of them bought into the governor's idea that this is what we need to do to appear loving. That brings me back to the mailers that are going out on behalf of other people that I've seen a couple of them, and they're pretty inflammatory. But I ask you again, would you rather have gas at $1.49 a gallon or mean tweets? This isn't about your feelings. This is about morals, the fabric. It's about our pocketbooks. It's about our freedom. We need to get past this emotional vitriol that we have during campaigns. I hate it too. I don't like it. I don't like campaigning harshly. I don't like talking about other people's records because sometimes they're just not very good. And I get that. But when I talked to Gayla McKenzie, she said that she was going campaigning, and for her being a woman, if you can define what a woman is nowadays, but with her being a woman, a lady, they just didn't look too highly upon some of those campaign literatures that were going around. And folks, she didn't send out that letter. She had no idea about that campaign literature going out. And it was pretty hard hitting. Now, I know the person that sent it out. I didn't know it was going out either, but I know the person that sent it out. And this person is let's look at the facts. And he's right. Let's look at the facts. If a person's getting a lot of corporation money, they're going to do the bidding of the corporations. It's called prostitution, and point straight blank, that's what it is. I mean, they're doing the bidding of the corporations. But if you want somebody that wouldn't even take the corporation's money, she hasn't. And I know some other stories about there are people that offered her money and she wouldn't take it. That's the type of person I want representing me, and you should too. I was real honored to talk with her yesterday, and I pray it goes really well. And I pray that you get out to vote for her. But think about that perspective one more time and think about it. Do you want somebody who's going to protect your freedoms, even if somebody sends out a harsh mailer that she didn't even know about? And honestly, like they say, if it's a true mailer, I mean, we may not like the way it looks, but to be honest, the way that system really looks, because I've been down there, it doesn't look too nice. It's like one of the most vile, deceitful places I've ever been involved with. And the only way to clean it up is to recognize what's going on when we elect people. Don't just elect somebody by a 30-second or a soundbite or a postcard. Look into their record. You know, every politician is going to be nice. Every politician that runs for office is going to be likable. They won't have a chance. But we have to go past the look. For instance, if you're getting ready to have surgery, do you want a doctor that has a good bedside manner, a surgeon that has a great bedside manner, but is not a very good surgeon? Or would you rather have someone that knows exactly what they're doing? They may be a little arrogant, or they may be a little cocky, or they may be a little rude, or they may not even have a good bedside manner, but they are known as the best surgeon on the planet for the operation that you're getting ready to go into. Me personally, I want the person that understands policy. I want the person that understands freedom. I want the person that's going to look out for my pocketbook. I want the person that's going to be honest and not try to deceive me. And I'm not going to hold it against them if some group that supported me because of my illegal immigration bill, they supported me because what I did, and some of them weren't the savoriest of people. But I can't help who supports me or who sends out mailers and make phone calls when I'm running for office, and neither can Gayla. Not to mention that the people that supported her is a very good group. They know their policy. They know that they're good surgeons. They know freedom. They know how to protect their pocketbook. They know about not growing government. Conduit for Action. You need to look into that group. It's a fantastic group, and they're straight shooters. I would rather have somebody operating on me that maybe not the best. Maybe even he makes mean tweets. Maybe his Facebook page has been banned, or maybe he's not that nice of a guy. But when you want a surgeon, you want the best guy that's going to do the job. When it comes to protecting our freedom, that's why my wife Bobby and I are supporting Gayla McKenzie. And we're supporting Brian King because he knows exactly how to call out corruption. I hope you will join forces, call your friends and your neighbors, and get out the vote for Brian King and Gayla McKenzie. It's really important. But think about those parallels. This isn't a time to get our feelings hurt when the country's in the shape it's in. We need people that will protect freedom and work hard. And these two people, I believe, will do it. And here's the thing. If they don't, you guys know me. There's many of you that do. There's many that don't. But you know that we'll campaign against them. I love my mama. But if my mama doesn't know how to vote and if she doesn't understand how to be a good surgeon, I'm not voting for my mama. It's just that simple.